Hello, it's time for another Bokksu review. As always, I'm going to go through the contents one by one and talk a little bit about everything in here. So, thank you to Christopher for sending me the box. I'm still looking for a sponsor for this month's Sakura Co box. If you sponsor it, you can pick the character that I cosplay as in the video if you sponsor it before I make the video, so if you're interested in that, you can check out the links in the description for my wish lists where you can do that. Now, on to the box. So this month, the theme is Autumn Kouyou. Kouyou apparently refers to the changing of the leaves. If you live in a place that has seasons, like I do, although some of them are very short, leaves change color in the fall. And it's pretty. I don't like fall because it's cold, but at least the colors are pretty. Anyway, we can look forward to some more fall flavors, which Japan seems to think are sweet potato and black sesame, which I like, so let's go. Ah yes, here we go. Black sesame wafer was the first thing. These are not too different from wafer cookies that I can get around here, except they're in little squares instead of a whole bar. They're light and flaky, and the ones that we can get here, there's some flavors like taro and durian, but we don't have black sesame, and I don't know why. After eating these, I think we should have black sesame here, because these were really good. But then, I am a fan of black sesame. We've been through that last month. I lost the package for this. I feel really bad because I usually try and keep it. But these were Iborigako smoky chips. Now, they were smoked pickled radish flavor, which they mostly just tasted like liquid smoke, which was not a bad thing. I didn't really taste the whole pickled radish part. And they're weird. They're not like normal chips. They were more like, if you've ever had Pringles, you know how they're just like, they crush up the potatoes and then they reform them into uniform chips? I guess it was kind of like that, because they have rice flour in them, so they were like thick and puffy. So they were an interesting texture, and they just tasted smoky and delicious. So yeah, I would have liked a bigger bag of those, honestly. Unfortunately, you can't see how big it was because I lost it. I'm gonna try to do better next time. This was pretty standard. Honoka Dainagon red bean manju. It was just like a little red bean bun. It was really good. The red bean paste inside it was more of a creamy texture than I'm used to. So that was nice. It was really soft. I enjoyed it. Kind of sad there was only one because they weren't that big. I need to figure out how to pronounce this cake thing. I think it's financier because I think it's a French cake. For some reason, like we had one in another box. This is a wa Japanese financier yuzu flavor. Now they say it's yuzu flavor, but I couldn't taste it. Yuzu is a citrus fruit. They describe it as somewhere between a lemon and an orange. I know one of my other boxes had candied yuzu peel in it, which was really good. And that sure tasted like something. But this, it's just a really soft cake. And I couldn't really taste the citrus too much, which is weird because I'm not a huge fan of citrus. So usually if something's citrus flavored, it's really strong to me. And this was not at all. So good cake, but not for citrus flavor. These things were interesting. Salted azuki mochi gummy. So they're like red bean gummies, but they're coated in actual red bean, I want to say. That's a little bit. It says salted, but they're not like super salty, I wouldn't say. They're just a little bit. But they have a coating of like actual red bean on it, and then there's like a red bean flavored gummy thing in the middle. So these are actually pretty good. I like this. I mean, I'm not as big a fan of red bean anymore because red bean is a flavor that you can get around here. So to me, I'm like, this is standard by now. But those were pretty exciting. Oh, this thing was really good. There is another one of these, and I look forward to eating the other one later. It looks boring. Well, it has a cow on it. I don't know if you can see it. But this was a butter mochi senbei. It's just a rice cracker that's covered with, like, butter, sweet butter flavored powder, and it was really good. I would eat a whole box of these. It was pretty fantastic. It has a bee on it, but I was like, there's no honey in there. There's just a bee for fun, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, it was buttery and sweet and very good. So yeah, I wish there was more. Now this one, the Yaki Imo sweet potato cookie, reminded me of... There was a sweet potato cookie in last month's Sakura Ko box, I think. And it looked like they had done it like a cross-section of a sweet potato. So it had like a dark ring, and then it was orange, and then they even put like the little seeds in the middle painted on there. This doesn't look like that. It doesn't look as fancy, but it tastes almost the same. So it's just a sweet potato flavored cookie, and it's pretty good. I liked the one last month, and this one's... Actually, this one's a little bit softer. Like, the texture was a little better. The other one was kind of hard. It was like a ginger snap kind of texture. And this one is slightly crumblier. I never talk about the tea because they're always like, oh, it's just like hojicha or matcha or like normal green tea things or roasted tea. This month it was Earl Grey. It was Earl Grey hojicha. So it was roasted tea. I'm also sad because normally they give you 2 tea bags. When I don't care about the tea, they give me 2 tea bags. And this month I did care about the tea and they only gave me 1. So it has cute little leaves on the package. And yeah, it was a nice balance of the roasted tea flavor, but also like the bergamot notes of Earl Grey, which I enjoy. So yeah, the disappointing thing, only 1 of them. Ooh, this was really good. Country Ma'am. That's a great name for a cookie. Beni Tenshi sweet potato. So this is like a soft cookie. It's vaguely sweet potato flavored, but not too much. So it's mostly just like a soft chocolate chip cookie. It has chocolate chips in it. And it is very, very soft. And I like soft cookies, so... This is supposed to be, I guess, because they call it Country Ma'am, it's supposed to be like a nice little home-baked cookie. And yeah, it does really have that vibe. I like that one. Yes. Hokkaido Jaga spicy stew flavor. This was spicier than I thought it was gonna be. They're kind of like... We had another thing before that was like this french fry shape. So they're like little french fry type things. But yeah, they're spicy stew flavor. They're pretty spicy. They're good. They're a good little savory snack, but they were a bit hot for me, so I don't know. I could taste that more than I could taste like the stew flavor, so... I don't know. I'm also a spice wimp, so... Take that into account, I guess. Oh, these were fun, and they're cute. Mikan mochi. So, mikan are mandarin oranges, which my friends and I affectionately refer to as baby crack oranges. And I'm actually gonna open this so you can see it. There was a bunch of them in it. It was a pretty big package. And they are mochi, so they're like little balls, but they put them on a stick almost like dango. And rather than have filling, they have like little pieces of what I assume are like candied orange peel inside them. Now these really do have a citrus flavor, like a strong one. That tastes a lot like orange. especially with the orange peel in it. Nice and soft. The other thing I like about this is sometimes when I buy things in a store, I don't know how long it's been sitting there for. So sometimes things can be older. And then, like anything with rice, the sticky rice, it'll go a little bit drier, a little bit harder. These things, I guess they pack them when they're pretty fresh. And they ship it DHL, so it gets here in like 3 days. So everything's always nice and fresh. And I appreciate that. Now this thing, they're really tiny. Otona no Curry Senbei. So, Otona means adult. I don't know what's so adult about these curry senbei. They're not actually that spicy. And we've had other things that had better curry flavor, to be honest. I think it's one of those things that would have been better if there was, like, more of them. Like, if they were small, but there's more of them in the bag, because then the more you eat, the more the flavor comes out. Because just eating one, it didn't taste like much. I think they put one of these in here every time. This, Lang de Chat cookie. They really like doing these. And this was not really that different from, we had another one. So this is, Kouyou Lang de Chat Yame Matcha. So, the only difference, I guess, is that the matcha filling in this is made from matcha that's from a specific place. Yame. Which is apparently Fukuoka's top tea producing region, according to this. But anyway, it's a sandwich cookie with filling in it. We've had this before. It's good, but we've had it before. Now this thing, we had something like it before, but I think this one is an improvement. If I can find where it went. Oh yes, it's very small, so I'm like, it's in there. Chirancha Green Tea Chocolate Crunch. So, we had one of these in this box before, and it was just chocolate. And I think I said, it tastes good, but it's kind of hard. And I think I described it as, if you've ever had one of those chocolate bars that has, like, the puffed rice in it, it's kind of like that. Only the other one was really hard, and this one is softer. I don't know if it's because of the matcha powder or what. But either way, this is more what I was hoping for with the other one. It has a better texture, and it tastes like green tea chocolate. If you've ever had green tea chocolate, it's a good flavor. I like it. So yeah, this was an improvement on the last one. Both in texture and in flavor, because the green tea made it more exciting. And that's it for this month's Bokksu. So I don't think there was anything that was, like, super exciting in this box. Honestly, like, before we've had, like, you know, the raindrop mochi, or, like, a pudding thing, or stuff like that. There wasn't really anything like that this time. It was all pretty good, but nothing was, like, overwhelmingly amazing. But at least nothing was terrible, so I'll give it that. So, to pick favorites, I'm gonna say those chips that I lost the bag of. One of the reasons I lost the bag was because I ate them too fast. So those smoky pickled radish chips that didn't taste like pickled radish. They just tasted like liquid smoke. They were really good, and they had a good texture, and they were my top savory thing in this box. My top sweet thing in this box. Oh man, what's it gonna be? Oh, I think I'm gonna go with the black sesame wafer. Because I love black sesame, and these are just so light and crispy. And they gave me a big package, which I appreciate because they were too good to have just one or two. And as for disappointment, nothing was really disappointing, I guess. These spicy stew things were a little too spicy for me. I am going to eat them, but it's going to take me a while. And I am mildly disappointed that they did another matcha cookie that's almost exactly like a matcha cookie that I had, I think, the month before last. So I guess when they do this every month, they gotta have some repeats. Anyway, that's it for this month's Bokksu. I'll have another one next month, I hope. This month I will also be doing a Sakurako, which, as I said, you can sponsor that and pick my cosplay if you like. And apparently the person that sent me the Tokyo treat forgot to cancel the subscription, so I'll have a Tokyo treat this month as well. So I'm looking forward to that, to see what they have for me this month now that it's not Halloween. So thanks for watching, and I'll have another video for you in a couple weeks.